Albion Online is boring? Well, what can I do? Okay, yes, we're all bored. We're bored. We're all bored now. But has it ever occurred to you that the process that creates this boredom that we see in Albion Online now may very well be a self-perpetuating, unconscious form of brainwashing created by the world's cartel based on silver, and that all of this is much more dangerous than one thinks? And it's not just a question of solo players being able to get premium, but that a player who's bored is blissfully unaware, and someone who's unaware will not say no. See, I keep meeting these people. I mean, just a few days ago, I met this man I greatly admire. He's a Twitch streamer. And he told me that he no longer reads the subreddit. He doesn't even read his comments or messages. He doesn't watch YouTube. He doesn't go to the forums. He's completely cut the community out of his life because he really does feel that we're living in some kind of Orwellian nightmare right now. And that everything that you hear is contributing to turning you into an Albion NPC. And when I was at Lyndhurst, I met this extraordinary wood gatherer who had devoted his Albion life to chopping trees. He just got back from Fort Sterling refining his wood. His spec is 84, and he always travels with a satchel. He never knows if he's going to need to fame farm or not tomorrow. And when I met him at Lyndhurst, he said to me, where are you from? And I said, Bridgewatch. And he said, Bridgewatch, that's a very interesting place. Do you know a lot of Bridgewatchers keep talking about the fact that they want to leave Bridgewatch, but never do? And I said, oh yes. And then he said, why do you think they don't leave? And I gave him different gamer theories. And he said, I don't think it's that way at all. He said, I think Bridgewatch is the new model for the new forced gathering camp, where the camp has been built by the poor new players themselves, and the players are the NPC bots. And they have this pride in this thing they built. They built their own virtual labor prison, and so they exist in a state of endless skinning, where they are both gatherers but also slaves to the cartel. And as a result, having been gaslit by Redditors, the capacity to farm a decent silver per hour from gathering, or to even see what they're doing as inefficient. And then he went into his inventory and he took out a gathering journal and he said, this is a filled journal. And then he opened the trade window and hit accept. And then he said, escape before it's too late. See, for actually 2 to 3 years now, I've had this unpleasant feeling that I should really get out. And we should really feel like the East players who are stuck with the worst economy ever. Get out of here. Of course, the problem is where to go to make silver, because it seems quite obvious that the whole game is going in the same direction. See, I think it's quite possible that the 2019s represented the last burst of real gamers before it was extinguished by SBI and terrible updates. And that this is the beginning of the rest of the future now. And that from now on, there'll simply be all these gathering bots just automatically gathering and walking around. And the players themselves feeling nothing, thinking nothing. And there will be nobody left almost to remind them that there was once a game called Albion Online that was fun to play with real players that had feelings and thoughts. And that the history and memory of the game right now are being erased. And soon, nobody will really remember that Albion Online existed in the first place. They say I can teach anything. I'd like to teach something to you. You have meddled with the primal forces of nature, YouTube viewer, and I won't have it. Is that clear? You think you'd merely stopped a cartel deal? Is that not the case? Fort Sterlings have taken billions of silver out of Bridgewatch, and now they must put it back. It is ebb and flow, tidal gravity, ecological balance. You are an old gamer who thinks in terms of factions and gamers. There are factions, there are no gamers, there are no guilds, there are no gold sellers, there is no west or east. There is only one holistic system of systems. One vast and immane, interwoven, interacting, multivariant, multinational dominion of silvers. Silver, gold, assets, liquidity, ancient skins, rare drops, 8.4 gear. It is the international system of currency, which determines the totality of life on this game. That is the natural order of things today. That is the atomic and subatomic and galactic structure of things today. And you have meddled with the primal forces of nature. And you will atone. Am I getting through to you, Albion Gamer? You get up on your little cell phone device and howl about Bridgewatch and the cartel. There is no Bridgewatch. There is no cartel. There is only Sandbox Interactive, Stillfront, YouTubers, Twitch streamers. Those are the nations of Albion Online today. What do you think SBI talks about on their roundtable? They get out their spreadsheets, their player data, all that fun stuff. They spreadsheet all the ways to min-max their silver per hour and to see what's the best thing to farm. Just like we do. We no longer play a game full of factions and ideologies, YouTube viewer. Albion is a college of cartels, inexorably determined by the bylaws of business. The game is a business, Albion player. It has been since the first player crawled out of the blue zone, and the new players will play, Albion viewer, to see that perfect game at which there's no war, food shortages on the market, e-bullying, or yellow zone ganking. One vast and equitable holding county, whom all gamers will work to serve a common profit, in which all gamers will hold a share of the silver. All necessities provided, all anxieties about premium tranquilized, all boredom amused. And I have chosen you, dear viewer, to preach this video, because you're on YouTube, dummy. 1 million people watch me every month of the year, Sunday through Saturday. With that said, thank you so much for watching or listening or whatever this is. Make sure you leave a comment. I read every single comment. Leave a like because that'll help get this video boosted so more people can see it. And also, on the right side of your screen, there is a video that you should absolutely click. And if you don't click it, the price of premium will continue to rise. Yes, that's right. Premium prices will non-stop rise forever and ever till the end of time, unless you click that video on the right side of your screen. Now, this video has a couple hidden meanings in it, so I would like to really see if anyone kind of understood what I did here. It's a little social experiment of sorts, but I had fun recording this one. I think this is a more fun Albion video out there. It doesn't really teach you how to play the game, but I'm curious what people will say about this one. Anyway, make sure to subscribe because I'm so close to 100K. Wouldn't that be swell if we got the first Albion YouTuber to hit 100K? Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.